What is up, YouTube family? Thank you guys for tuning back into Wilburn Reactions. My name is Chod. If you are new to the channel, make sure you smash the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, notification bells. Guys, I love these, and I kind of hate them at the same time because some of these are really sad. But like I said, I like learning the behind-the-scenes stuff, different things about the bands, artists, knowing the truth about them. Sometimes there's lies put out there in the world about artists, and then you get the truth. But then you hear, I had to react to people being crushed at concerts. And before that, just it's different things. And I appreciate you guys sharing these. If you do have any short documentaries, guys, send them over. My social medias and emails are down below. You can send it there. But we're going into another one. Billy Squire, I haven't reacted to a lot on my channel. I think I only went into Billy Squire like once or twice. But this is the song, I guess, that ended his career. How bad did this have to be to get ended? I mean, I'm starting to not even want to ask that question at the beginning of these because I think I'm going into something a little lighter than what I think it is. I'm thinking like, oh, it's a bad song, but I think it's going to get deeper than what I'm thinking of just a bad song, and it's going to just blow my mind. So enough of me. Why did Billy Squire's career get ended by this song is the question, guys. Only this video will tell.
I want to thank one of my subscribers for suggesting this video topic. Now, have you guys ever done something so cringeworthy that you regret it? Chances are you probably didn't do it in front of millions of people on TV. The one artist who did do something so cringeworthy and awful was Billy Squire. What did he do? Well, it was so bad that he fired both of his managers, and some credit it with ruining his career. Stay tuned to find out in today's video what that was.
Oh gosh, what did you do?
So back in the early 80s, Billy Squire was on top of the world, and within 2 years he would release 2 massive records which would be top 5 hits, including 1981's Don't Say No and the following year's Emotions in Motion. And combined, both those records sold an astounding 5 million copies, and Squire was soon playing sold-out arena shows. But what should have been a huge career for the rest of the 80s came crashing down by 1984 when he released his 4th record, Signs of Life. Now, initially, the album seemed to be a huge hit with the lead single Rock Me Tonight, giving Squire a #1 hit on the rock charts, and also proved to be a crossover hit, peaking at number 15 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. If Squire had stopped there with the single, he could have possibly had a much bigger career for the rest of the 80s. But what came next was what some would consider a disastrous career move. Now, like with any singles that get released back then and even in today's world, they normally get the video treatment, and unfortunately for Rock Me Tonight, the video was, well, awful and cringeworthy.
Oh, I'm a little nervous. But I do want to touch on something. I'm a little nervous where we're going with this because cringy, and his career is ended by this, guys. But I want to say, I'm looking at the times back then. 5 million, or 5, what was it, 5 million or 5,000? I think it said 5 million, right? I don't think it was 5,000. 5 million copies sold. That is huge. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
The video would be directed by Kenny Ortega, who's probably best known for directing the High School Musical films. And the video is linked down below and shows Squire waking up in a bed sporting colorful and satin-colored sheets.
Wait. So Billy Squire, so I'm jumping to conclusions a little bit because we haven't got in depth in detail, but I got to say something. Billy Squire music video that got him, or this music video was supposedly ended his career. But the person who produced it, who's behind it, has a fault too, I think, right? I mean, he produces High School Musical, so is all this forgiven?
Squire then proceeds to prance around the room as he gets dressed, and then puts on a pink tank top over a white shirt. And by the end of the video, he puts on a pink guitar to join his band in performing the song. Now, for the 2011 book I Want My MTV, the author focused on the network's early years, and they interviewed over 400 people, including artists, managers, filmmakers, record company executives, and even employees of MTV. And none could agree on the best MTV video of all time, but there was a pretty big consensus that Rock Me Tonight was the worst music video of all time. In fact, there's an entire chapter in the book devoted to discussing the video. The video would make its debut on MTV, and you would have thought that Billy Squire's manager or someone would have stepped in and said, maybe this isn't a good idea, we're not putting this video out. But remember, guys and girls, hindsight is 20/20, because if you look at the music charts in 1983 and 1984, it was full of bands who made cheesy music videos. So in some respects, Squire was just doing what other artists were doing as well. And just take a look at what was popular and cheesy at the time, including Billy Idol's Eyes Without a Face, Paul Stanley in Kiss's clip for Heaven's on Fire, or REO Speedwagon in Drag and I Do Wanna Know. Squires' original idea was to show himself getting ready for a show, and he would be paralleled by younger fans doing the same, and then seeing them sneak out to the show. Now, originally Squire wanted Bob Giraldi, who worked on the Michael Jackson Beat It video, to direct the shoot. And Squire would have discussions with Giraldi, who was excited about the idea at first, but declined because he wanted a bigger budget for the video. And Capitol Records, who was Squire's label, wasn't into the idea of spending large amounts of money on music videos at the time, especially when compared to other labels. And with no director on board, Squire and his management team approached David Mallet, who directed Billy Idol's video for White Wedding. Mallet put together some storyboards, but they were flatly rejected. Squire recalled the quick interaction he had with Mallet, telling an interviewer, "The first thing he showed me was a scene of me riding into a diner on a white horse. I was like, get rid of him." Now, Squire and the label were in a jam because they had already set a premiere date for the video on MTV, and they hadn't even found a director yet.
Oh, gosh.
And it would be director Kenny Ortega, who happened to be a friend of Billy Squire's girlfriend at the time, who offered to direct the shoot. He was best known at that time for directing the Pointer Sisters' I'm So Excited, and he'd also worked with David Mallet on some of the choreography in his videos. Now, Ortega would be chosen to direct the video, and he would suggest to the musician that the frontman do the exact same on-stage moves in the video as he does during a live show, just without a guitar. And Ortega wanted the video to be in line with what Tom Cruise did in that memorable scene in the movie Risky Business. Now, Squire turned down the idea, thinking it should be a grainy and dark video. And Squire showed up on the video shoot and saw satin and pastel-colored sheets on the set and expressed his concerns. Ortega reassured him that the finished video would be what he wanted, and Tom Moeller, who was one of Squire's managers at the time, told Ortega that there needs to be footage of the band performing the song in its entirety to use as coverage. Now, Ortega promised to do so, but at the end of the day, he didn't do that. Moeller took his concerns to the Capitol Records president, Jim Massa, to scrap the video, but the label disagreed and put it out anyways. Now, Squire was on tour at the time, and when he saw the video for the first time, he was shocked. His label tried to ease his concerns by telling him that the single was already successful and not to worry, but Squire's girlfriend said the video would ruin his career. And Squire would go on to claim that the impact to his career was felt almost immediately when the video premiered, saying, "The video had a deleterious effect on my career. The tour before, I was selling out arenas faster than Sinatra, and as soon as the video came out, I was playing to half houses."
Wow.
So why was
this video was that bad? Jeez, what did this man do? What happened in this video? That's terrible. Career like that. I mean, the title says it. But it's like hearing it now like that ended this man's career that is crazy. Selling out to not selling out anymore.
video so hated? Well, remember, folks, this was in the 80s when it wasn't preferred that men act effeminate. Men were supposed to be tough and act a certain way, and Squire gave his own thoughts on the matter, saying, "The video misrepresents who I am as an artist. I was a good-looking, sexy guy. That certainly didn't hurt in selling records. But in this video, I'm sort of a pretty boy, and I'm prancing around the room, and people are saying he's gay or he's on drugs." So what does the director Ortega think of the clip? Well, in 1986, he would say, "If anything, I tried to toughen the image he was projecting." He claims that he and the video's editor had their names taken out of the credits when they got frustrated over the lack of creative input. Let there be no doubt, Rock Me Tonight was a Billy Squire video in every sense. It has damaged his career, and he has no one to blame but himself. Now, Squire himself also claimed the effeminate nature of the video alienated a lot of his base, which were predominantly teenage boys at the time. Even his peers, including Rudolph Schenker of the Scorpions, said it best when talking about Squires, saying, "I liked him very much, but then I saw him doing the video in a very terrible way, and I couldn't take his music serious anymore." And every album following Signs of Life seemed to show a steady decline in Squire's popularity, even with his last two albums of his career, 1993's Tell the Truth and 1998's Happy Blue, failing to even chart. So do you guys think the video caused Billy Squire's drop in popularity, or did you even care as a fan? Let me know in the comment section.
Dang, that is crazy. So I thought this was going to be like 10 times worse than what it actually was. I thought maybe he did something like, I was waiting for something just to be like crazy blown. Way out there. But I'm thinking 80s and probably in that time, and you're talking, like they said, a man being feminine, I can definitely, but I don't see it ending somebody's career though. That's wild. Just a music video of him being, I haven't seen the video. Maybe I need to go see the video to get a better clarification. I wish they would have showed that in here to kind of get a better clarification, but how I guess how what the term am I looking for? How feminine was the video, I guess? Is a question I would ask that it got his career to be hurt that bad. Was he doing something that bad in the video? I mean, you guys know. A lot of you guys probably know, but man, that sucks though. I've seen worse and seen people do worse and still live through times. I mean, and make it. This man's career was destroyed behind a feminine video. Was it that bad, guys? Because I don't feel like I can say that much because I didn't get to see the video, so I can't really be like, man, and defend him or really agree with people saying this shit even. But I mean, hearing about it, like just saying it because it's a feminine video, do I really think his career should have been killed over that? Especially if he was that. I mean, Billy Squire, you're talking. If he was that great, I mean, his music should have just still stayed great, right? Man, that video had to be horrible. I gotta go look now. Now I feel like I gotta go check out this video like right now. Guys, you gotta let me know. I'm curious. I'm gonna go check the video out on my own, but I want to hear your opinion on it. I need to hear your opinions on what you thought about this. Should this, like he said, should this have destroyed his career, or was it overkill? Let me know down in the comments. See you guys in the next one.